Been up here for a minute. First things first, my name is Kenneth Burr. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. As I told you, we are in the process of building a PC case, a couple of PC cases that I want to design. And let me turn this off and do some music real quick. That's going to drive them crazy. Okay, so screensaver, village. And these screens are going to be coated with our new technology, which makes it a PC transparent cube, including with a screen built into it. But anyway, that's what we're going to be working on soon. So I am going to be pretty soon in the process of picking up a 5060. I saw a 5060 RTX for an extremely good price. I'm definitely buying me one. I think that'd be a great card. It'll run all my applications, everything I need. I'm getting it for a really good, crazy price at the end of the day. And we can't, for that case, let's see, these cases right here. Well, it'll look at 26 on top, two on top of that. So this case has to be 12 by 12. These are 12 by 12 cases. So, we're doing a cube. I'm thinking that I want to have to go with a micro ATX. That one I'm going to have to definitely build it from the ground up. This one over here with the fallout, we're definitely going to be picking up a Dell for this, a 7020 Dell, and modifying that for that build over there. But what we got to hook up for the change this over thing bird noises. We got to change over for the cube. The cube is going to require a micro ATX board, so we definitely have to pick that up. You know what? I should have looked that up. Let me see while I'm at it. Let's see. What micro ATX motherboard can run an RTX 5060? So I'm going to need it's going to be a micro ATX motherboard. That'll fit in, it still will fit in there. And I need a 4.0 slot to fit that card in. Alright, so that's micro ATX. Micro ATX motherboard with 4.0 PCI slot. That ain't bad. For 42 bucks. 42 bucks. Let's see. Micro. So I got wind that Steam is building a Steam box. They're building Steam's into the console race. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. Mind you, this is the reason why it's going to be insane, because that box that they're designing has the ability to allow you to do modifications, which means you can change out your parts and stuff like that, which is actually pretty cool. But they're going to be bringing out their own console. I'm definitely going to be picking it up. But I still want to build my machine at the end of the day. It does come with the graphic card, is the equivalent to a 4070 graphic card. And it has anywhere from, I think, 8 to 16 gigabytes on it. But the price tag they have for it, I hope it's not. I was roughly thinking about $800, roughly $800 on what it would cost to get one. But $800, again, I can build a PC for cheaper than that. Let me see, but still interesting. Let me see. Do 1150s have 4.0 PCI slots? What motherboard has a 4.0 PCI slot? The MSI 7. The MSI has it. I actually like that board too. I got an MSI. I like this board from the general boards. Micro ATX MSI boards with 4.0 slot. 4.0 slot. 4.0. Import is roughly going to be about $100. Yeah, about $100. You only have for 70. Ain't bad. Micro ATX. Ain't bad, roughly. Roughly about $100 for the board to do it. Putting a 4.0 slot, throwing a 5060 graphic card in it. In that cube. Yeah, so Steam's coming up. Steam's going to enter the console race. It's going to be a massacre for you guys. It is. I'm going to tell you why it's going to be a massacre. I read the specifications on it. It's going to crush your PS system. Definitely. And their library is massive. The PC's library is insane. So most likely, this is not good. And I'm going to tell you why it's not good. Because, here's the thing. Your third-party company, your companies are taking the third-party games and placing them on PC anyway. So now they got your games, but you can't get our games at the end of the day. They don't design our games for your system at the end of the day. Our controllers are not even compatible with you at the end of the day. Our controllers, we can use your controllers at the end of the day. You can't use ours. So a flight stick controller with like 60 buttons attached to it, that'll run on a PC. And then run it on your console system. We can use your VRs. You can't use your VRs. You can't run Steam Deck or the Index 2 on your plate. You can't use it. It won't run it. That's pretty interesting. You see the control pad they have for that thing? That control pad is a beast. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking up one of those control pads. I'm going to buy the unit, not because of the price. I told you, game system consoles now today are going to be 8, 9, 1,000. They're going to be a lot. They're going to be expensive. They are. And there's no optical drive on it because it's not needed. Steam's a downloadable machine. Everything on the machine is downloadable. You don't need optical drive. Optical drive is pointless. But console still has optical drives. Well, to a certain degree, you'll have optional optical drives now. I told you, when the PS6 launches, they're gonna optical drives won't be in that thing. No way in the world gonna put on that. It's a waste of time. Everything now is gonna be digital download. But the only thing I don't like about these machines is the cooling process. The liquid cooling system. Unless I can go inside and put a liquid cooling system, I'm good. Because all my machines run liquid cooling. They have to. I don't run any machines without it. There's no way in the world. I'd be scared to death to have that thing on and not liquid cool it. No. Machines have to be liquid cool. So, no, I mean, I'm looking at the price, what they want for. If it's 800, suggest the 800. But remember, it's 800 and then you gotta add tax. The tax is gonna roughly bring it up to like 860. So yeah, you gotta add that factor in too. So yeah, there's that. So with that being said, I'm thinking like, oh, I just build me a PC. Still don't know, it'll come up cheaper. I mean, it comes with the equivalence of a 4070, which you have a 4070 in your system. You do. Do your games require a 4070? Technically, no, it doesn't. You run your stuff off the 20 series easy. PC, on the other hand, would probably require it if you're playing more higher class games. You would require the 4070. So that's why I'm looking at. I'm trying to tally up. Like, okay, they want $800 for this thing. Tally it all together, probably about $900 altogether. The taxes and all that crap would come up for it. So roughly, can we build a machine underneath that? Because the cube system we're building actually looks exactly the same way that the cube they have for the stuff is a little smaller. I think their cube is like, they said the size of a GameCube or something crazy the size. That scares me too. Because you have compressed parts, high power compressed part, it leads to disaster if you don't have airflow through there. Definitely gonna have issues. But let's see what happens. Let's see if it actually has no issues with overheating. But still, Yeah, I'd rather just build my machine at the end of the day. That's more. That's a console system more for people who don't build. That's what it's for. I think that's what it's for. An average builder is not going to touch that at all. Period. If they can build their own machine, what's the point? You know, that's for a person who wants to have a PC style games with the library attached to it, get a feel for it. That's what I feel that it's for. You know what I mean? For a person who don't build, that's what it's for. For people who build, why would we buy something that we could build? Like, you know, it has a 4070 on it. Okay, so 4070, I can get a 5090 for 300. I get a 5090 for 300. Already, I've already maxed out Beat the Car already. Beat their car, you have a machine. They had anywhere from, they had 8 gigs to 16 gigs. So you get two different category class, 8 to 16. The motherboard I'm buying right now has 256 gigabytes of RAM on it. That's way past the capacity. And that board's going to cost this team over here for 70 bucks. They got another one over here for 100. Power supplies are cheap. You don't need a lot of power at the end of the day. So roughly, I'm probably going to do maybe like about 800. I can get 800 for 50 bucks. And then keep in mind, you can still come out cheaper. I mean, it's roughly going to be a little bit more, but still, I'm going to have a lot more power on top of that. So you're talking about if I do like a motherboard combo, I can get an i9 processor, which would be higher than what they have in their machine. And the motherboard combo plus the board, it's probably going to cost me about $480, which is much cheaper. Now, even if it's just a little bit more, you're still getting more powerful parts than what the console system's going to give you, or their console is from Steam. Oh, come on, don't get butthurt over that. You know, you console gamers. I'm telling you, I'm a console gamer myself, but at least I know reality at the end of the day. Some of you console gamers don't have a grasp on reality. Your machine doesn't have that type of power. You keep thinking at the end of the day you have power. The machine I'm about to build will basically crush your machine. I'm getting a 5060 in that unit. I got 200, I'm looking at 256 gigs of RAM. You don't come anywhere near close to that. But do I need that? Oh, heck no. But it comes with the board. Might as well max it out. What the heck? You know what I mean? And then my power supply unit, cooling system, everything I have in there is more advanced than your system. And as for basically the M2s, well, basically the motherboards now they make now have either 3 slots for M2s, and then with the micro PCI that they have on it, I can drop another slot in there and drop another 4, which would be cheaper to max that out to 8 terabytes than you with your single. Your single is going to cost you more, a lot more. So better options right there. You're going to go PC anyway. You are PC at then. You have PC, but you have low maintenance parts. That's what you have. The only thing that makes console different from any other system on the planet, your exclusive games. This is what makes your system, but you're handing your exclusive games out to everybody else. If you hand out your games to everybody else, what do you have? Only reason why I stayed on console is because there were games that I couldn't get on PC. That's it. But if I get the game on PC, why would I come to console? Now, the theory they told you guys at the end of the day, the reason why they're doing this is to bring PC games over the console. Why the freak would I come over to a console that I can't even modify? I can't modify, can't change out parts, can't upgrade, can't do anything to it except for the hard drive. Big deal, whoop-de-doo. And on top of that, I'm paying for a subscription cost when I can get it for free on Steam? No, that's no way in the world you're going to drag me over there. That's not going to happen. That's like getting out of a Omega mech for a tiny Mac. I'm not doing that. There's no way in the world. Oh, you got a couple. No, I'm staying in this machine at the end. I got a better chance of survival on this than having that. It ain't going to happen. What they told y'all that. In the business term, in the business world, it's money. Because they know at the end of the day that they can basically lease out their games to other platforms. They make more money. Not just basically exclusive to the PS system. They make money off Xbox. They make some money off PC. They make all extra money. It's money. But fanboys at the end of the day really believe at the end of the day that, oh, come on, man, it's a business. The gaming industry is a business. That's what it is. There's no loyalty in there. We're already loyal to this. No, it's money. If they know that PC is willing to pay money for those games at the end of the day, they're going to give that money over there. They're going to give it to PC. It'll make money. You think you want to sit there and go, you know, I'm just going to base this. No, it's money. There's no way in the world. It's a business. It's fun in games when you're young. It is. And you get that fanboy kind of thing. When you get older and you realize how business actually runs and works, and these corporations, it's business. That's what it is. That's why your games, majority of half your games that you have, your title, hot titles, are sitting over there on a PC. And of course, the Microsoft, same thing, That's not too far fetched right there. You got Halo sitting over there. We got your God of War sitting over there right now. Majority of your series titles are sitting on a PC right now. And guess what it takes to run them? A 20 series graphic card. I had that conversation a long time ago. And they beef it like you're on 40, 70. Yeah, no, you don't need all that. You're the heck no, you don't need all that. Yeah. Am I saying the PS5 is no, the PS5 is a nice system. I actually have a friend that has one. I like it. It's very nice and all. But I wouldn't buy it because you know why? I can't modify it. I'm a modder. I can't modify the system. I mean, I pretty much can rip it out and put a new liquid cooling system in, but that power supply, the shit like a boot. I can't do it. Either Xbox either. I'm gonna buy one to mod them out for fun, just to have them sitting up on the shelf, but I'm not gonna do anything with them. There's just no point. I'm not gonna buy games for that system. I can get it for the PC. Now it has 4K capability at the because you guys have 4K capability. Your equivalent to a 4070. But like I said, you're stuck with whatever parts they give you. On the other hand, you can just, all right, I can just build whatever I want. That 5090, that 5060 I saw for that price, I ordered it already. I paid for it already. And then that's all, I got that thing right up. I got it. So yeah, I'm going to start building on my clear case. And the difference between my clear case and anybody else's cases, yeah, there are transparent cases, but my case is an actual screen. So we're going to be setting up some pretty interesting stuff. Actually, a portable projector I'm going to dismantle, take apart, and cool it, and actually install it inside, so I can actually watch movies or whatever I want right off my screen. Wait till you see the black box. That's another one we're building. Another PC case we're building. The black box is sick. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because I saw it. They wanted like $500 for it. Now, okay, I picked that up because that's really cheap. But $800, I'm thinking I'm trying to tally up like between $800 and building one. I'm like, no, I can just build one for better. So, no, I'm not gonna be bothered with it. I don't get that controller though. That controller, I'm buying that controller. That controller is sick. Let's see. How the frick is that even? That's not definitely. But yeah, they're going to enter the console war. Yeah, I think they're doing that in spite to take you guys apart. I mean, come on, think about it. They got used to exclusive games and they bring out a console system out. Yeah, it is pretty sick. It is nice looking. It is really nice looking. It is. But yeah, there's even a little app. What have you can buy the software to play your VR glasses. I have it on my account. I can play your VR glasses. The thing that's good about the Quest system, basically the games they have on Quest are that's pretty much what they are. But they have that 3.0 cable that you can basically connect into your PC, and you can actually run your Steam account off your Quest. Now the Quest 2, when it came out, it was 720p, and majority of most of the games are on Steam are going to be 1080p, and so really high-end class games are going to be with more high resolution. So, it's a bit choppy in there, because I've done it already. But now with the new one they have for the Quest 3, oh man, yeah, you got like an endless library, because you can link to Steam and play the games off of it. Wish I could have done it with my Sony VRs. Sony VRs was super comfortable. I haven't had the whatchamacallit yet. Now see, this one supports a PCI Express 5.0, $119. This right here. And let me see if we're goody. That's why I said at the end of the day, those of you who have consoles, you got to know your parts, man. You got to be able to read your parts. Because this Steam system is launching next year. PlayStation say they bring out a new system, right? You're going to have more like PC specification parts. I guarantee you. They're going to do Steam come out, and now they're going to up their game a little bit. They're going to have to up their game, especially next to that thing. So you're going to have PC parts in there. So now you're going to have to know what those parts mean at the end of the day. So all that, mind you, that nonsense with the whole PC master race and blah blah this and blah blah that. Now you're gonna have to know your stuff within the day. You got to know what every piece in that machine stands for now. You should be able to read it. Now I can pull up the Steam unit and pull up their freaking specification sheet and I can read their machine. You're gonna have to be able to do that. Consoles have changed now. They're not the same anymore. You're gonna have to know your parts, what they stand for. Now, for anybody who basically builds it at the end of the day, that's fun for us because we build machines, so we can basically figure out exactly what all those parts and what they use for and how to modify and upgrade the system and do anything we want to it. But you're gonna have to know your stuff. You're really gonna have to know your stuff now. And you know what? It's crazy because you got console gamers that are scared of new machines that are coming out because they're more powerful and you got to know your parts and stuff like that. But you guys want to call yourself being PC worthy. Console says it all the time. We're PC worthy. We're PC worthy. We're PC worthy. And now you got to actually be able to repair some one day, maybe remove parts or whatever. Because the more access they give you, the more maintenance you're going to be doing on your machine. They give you access to RAM, hard drive, they give you hard drive ready, CPU, GPU, all that stuff. You're going to have to know how to take that stuff apart and pull it out because now you're responsible for that. That's less maintenance for them because you'll be doing that job. So now that little void sticker, they're going to put it someplace else. Like can't touch the power supply, but you can have access to everybody else. That's a gold mine for people like me at the end of the day, but nightmare for other people because now you're responsible for maintenance. That also, too, is pretty smart because that cuts down on a lot of sending machines back and forth to be repaired. You will not become maintenance. You'll fix it. Or you can send it over to Geek Squad or other place and they can charge you to the roof for it, or you can learn how to do it yourself. So, you want it to be PC, right? Now you can be PC. You're going to know all your parts. So if that machine right there looks complicated and that looks like something to make you want to go, oh my God, I got to learn. Yeah, you're going to have to learn it. But you want to be PC now. You be PC. Yeah. Welcome to the world of PC. You are maintenance. Ah! That's funny. I never forget that guy came into the room and says, well, where do we go for tech support? Dude was like, no, you are tech support. You are tech support, literally. You'll figure it out. But the best thing about it is, you're a lot smarter than what you were yesterday. You should be able to open up your console system and read all your parts. Most people have console systems you don't even know your parts are for. Isn't that crazy that is? And you don't even know what your parts are for. I know plenty of people have consoles. They don't even know what the parts are for. They know little bits and pieces like the optical drive, you know what that's for, right? But they don't even know the specifications on the machines and what they stand for. What are your parts equivalent to? They don't know. All they know is you just put stuff and they don't even clean them. Some people don't even clean the units. My PS4 over there. Ugh. Has better air control than your system. You know why? Modified it. Got a see-through peekaboo window right here. All my stuff glows in the dark. And on the back of it, because that little heat sink issue, I fixed it. I put in a exhaust system. So now I can cool, that's where the heat sink's at, I can cool my system much quicker. So I'm building a cage system that fits underneath this with two fans that draw air out of this. But it stays nice and cool. But most people are terrified of going to the machine. They're terrified to remove parts and take things apart. I have to take the thing apart. Because you should know your equipment. You should know how to do that. You should be able to dismantle your system and put it back together again. How many of you are scared to death to open up your system and take the whole thing apart and put it back together again? I was constantly ripping apart 360s, removing them, taking parts out, modifications all the time. But eventually you're going to have to learn it. But remember, console was supposed to be easy. Console was supposed to be no maintenance, no headache, set it up, and you're done. That was the beautiful thing about it. And it was affordable. Now console's expensive. You got to be able to change out parts at will. You got to do downloading and updating and all that stuff. You have PCs now, but you have watered down versions of them. So I guarantee if the Steam, that system comes out, specifications sitting on top of it, Sony's going to have to one up it, and they're going to one up it. That means it's going to be more expensive. It could be more expensive. You can't do that. That's going to be a problem. But you're going to have to definitely know your parts. We have like one little exhaust fan in the back. That's basically about it. That's not enough. Well, that's interesting. Steam has now Intel. They did it before. They tried to do it before, and its software wasn't ready for it. And so they were ready for that type of architecture structure. But now the new one they got, the one they built, the one they've been showing off, it's designed to do it. You have any idea how big the library is on Steam? Take a little field trip. The account is free, by the way. Go set yourself an account or get a guest account. It's all free, and go through that thing. It's massive. It's massive. And games are loaded on that thing just about every single day. There's something popping up. There's all these developers developing new games. You get a chance to play early access games, all kinds of stuff. And DLCs are freaking endless. Endless. On my accounts alone, I got between maybe close to about, one of my accounts, I had close to over 1,000 games. And I came nowhere close. How many people that are into driving games, do you have how many different versions of driving games they have on a PC? The type of controllers that you could run on that. You like real racing, like you're driving a real car, you can get the entire setup. You can build a simulator if you want to. You like to fly planes, there's so many different versions of choppers, planes, there's tons of it. It's overwhelming. You're into Warhammer, do you have how many versions of Warhammer sit on PC? It's insane. You're into The Sims? My God. It's over, like I said, so, and then the tons of DLCs. You're looking at maybe about 30, 40 DLCs staring you in the face. And then you got all these different types of games. You got add-ons. And I'm like, oh my goodness. You don't even know where to start at. And there's a whole section there for free games on multiple categories. It can become overwhelming. But you don't believe me, take a Steam field trip. And you're like, oh my goodness. It's insane in there. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, it is. It'll drive you nuts, you know. People are into like the shooter games, the online games, or whatever. Do you have any different multiplayer online games they have for Steam? It's insane. I'm telling you, PC's library is way bigger than console. There's just so much stuff in there, man. There's something in there for everybody, man. I like retro games. That's why I'm mostly on PC, because I like my retro games. Let's go take out See, look, you're already talking about it already. That's the console right there. Already about to hit. Already about to go down 2026. They bringing it. See the VRs? They got the VRs, look at the headsets, everything. They're bringing it. This one has the VRs too. So you get the VRs and you get whatchamacallit. They got the VR systems coming out. They got the VR system for, of course, because it's PC. You ever seen the VR games in PC? My God, they are insane. Now, for me, would the VR be a threat? No, VR is not a threat for our technology, because again, we make ad tech. Can't use VR for advertising technology. It doesn't work that way. It has to be to push you glad those people have to see it besides you. Yeah, there's so many applications that ad tech has. But that literally could replace VR could literally one day replace TVs, and it could actually replace projection screens, because again, they're VRs. But mind you, ad tech wouldn't be faced by that, because ad tech has multiple applications, which means ad tech can be used for window company advertisement. There you go. We made a screen that was future-proof. It couldn't be replaced. But yeah, early access. I'm gonna go click on this. Look at the controller. That controller is based. VRs. They got that on the Steam Deck too. You ever seen the Steam Deck? It's amazing. So they have a Steam Deck that's connected to tons of games in their libraries. They got VR systems already. They've been had that. No, they've been had that craziness, and now they got a console. And the controller, I'm sorry to say, it's Sony, but it puts your controller to shame. But you got to remember what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a PC at the end of the day. Of course, it's going to be much more advanced. I'm going to pick one of these up. If those VRs come with it, I'm definitely buying one. I wonder, you getting the VRs with it? $800. I wonder. I gotta look this up, man. I got VRs already. My VRs are probably compatible with it. They are compatible with that. Oh, my goodness.
Hey everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one. This is the new Steam controller. The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime.
34 hours of playtime on a battery.
Something that's actually easy. That's why we created the plug. The plug is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every
Good gracious. So it is,
snap it on to charge.
so
Once you're charged up,
the puck, which they call it, has a wireless connection. You can connect the wireless, and you can connect it where it charges. That's freaking hot.
snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or
So where's
Steam,
the Steam system?
whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone,
Where's
Steam
Mac
Deck,
and
or the
smartphone?
new
They made it
Steam machine.
compatible with it. It's pretty hot.
This is the new Steam machine. Steam Machine is a powerful gaming
Look at the
PC
size of
with
that
a
thing.
small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. Powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR.
60 frames per second, 4K
Steam
games.
is made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage. It brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming.
Y'all screwed. Y'all screwed on so many levels. It's not even funny. Y'all screws you are. You know what this thing just said? It's not only gaming. It also has PC software built into it, so you can use it for work. So you can hook it up for all your programs and all that stuff. You're screwed. You can't get on the console system. So that thing's literally running a Windows operating system. There's an OS on it. Oh my goodness. Yep. Well, you fanboys at the end of the day, it's done. You're done. You're not going to be able to compete with that. And it's, oh no, heck no, you can't compete with that. There's no way in the world. It's a PC. It literally has. The guy's doing software encoding on that thing right now. He's running a business on that machine. Good gracious. I have to go pick one up. But still, my machine's going to be more powerful than that. But still, I got to pick one up for the sake of just having one. I'm going to liquid cool it though. I'm going to get a chance to get inside, break it open and get inside to see exactly what the motherboard looks like. If it has those 4 points in it, I'm dropping a liquid cooling system on it. I'm probably going to do like 120 millimeter and drop it on top.
Accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller. With the low latency wireless connectivity of the Steam controller built right in, and it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
Uh-oh.
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller.
You can be outside with it. That's crazy. She's outside with that thing. One of the things that the Kinect had an issue that you can't run them outside.
Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame, optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running Steam OS. In addition to streaming,
PC,
you
of
can
course.
install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a microSD card.
Well, guess what? You're screwed. You are. Console's not going to compete with that. You're not. I didn't know it was that crazy, but it is. Now, am I worried about that VR system? No, because it was VR systems. I have VR systems at the end of the day, and I have big screens at my place and big screens here, which you're actually putting in one a day. But no, it's not a threat thing because not everybody can be on VR. And VR does not play well for everybody. You do know how VR actually works, right? Your frames per second in your eyes are way higher than VR, way beyond that. So even if you're traveling at 120 frames per second for each lens, your brain literally still has to slow down for the frame rate. That's why when you take them off and things get real dizzy, things start to spin a little bit. It's like the minute your frame rate slows down, to catch up with what's going on in the glasses, you may take everything speeds up really fast, and you feel jittery and you feel dizzy. Yeah, that's why some people get motion sickness when they turn to the side, like they're about to throw up. Yeah, because your eyes travel at a much higher frame rate. And VR is even at 120, and you're at 1,000 frames, it wouldn't even still pick up as close as fast as a human eye frame rate can actually run. Thank could be the iPhone glitch, right? But anyway, still, VR does not play well with a lot of people. They don't. There's certain games I can't play in VR because I get sick when I play those games. And there's certain games I can play. And then you can't even really be in there for that long because, again, some people suffer headaches and all kinds of stuff that trigger off in VR. So VR is not for everybody. Some people can do it and some people can't. You'll realize that. You'll go through the process. If you've ever done VR before, you go through the process called video game bingo. Video game bingo is figuring out what games are going to make you throw up and turn into a human fountain in the middle of your living room and what games you can play. That's what I found out the hard way. I bought a game called Mr. Robinson. It was a game about exploring the world of dinosaurs. And the minute I came out of the caps and turned my head, I felt like my entire stomach was caving in. Like I felt so sick. And every time I played that game, it made me feel like I didn't eat anything for days. Like my stomach was really empty. It was out of the air. I was constantly burping. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. I couldn't play the game. It was useless. Paid $60 for it. Just when you go through the whole, yeah, I go now. I started going and getting the demos just to make sure I can play the game because a lot of games do cause motion sickness. And that's with any VR. Not just with that, any VR will do that. Some games won't, some games will. Depends on what plays with you. Some people can play all the games and not have a problem. Some people can't play none of the games or have a problem. Some can play half and half this and the other. But yeah, Mr. Robinson, oh my goodness, that game made me so sick to play. And I took it off, it was all dizzy and discombobulated and everything. I'm like, man, I'm not going near that game ever again. Whew, but I like this. This is pretty hot. It's pretty hot. It is really hot. Well, I guess, man. Because, like I said, I understand this stuff. So what I just heard, and those of you who know what I'm talking about, know a little bit about, PCs, and you just, yeah. Well, I can say this well. It was a nice run. You had a good run. You really did. You had a really good run. You did. See, the thing about this system right here, people buy PCs, they're going to buy. You know why? Because they're used to buying the parts. They're used to more expensive machines. We're used to that. But at $800, that's about equivalent to the same price as your system you have now today. The problem is with consoles community, and I understand this, is not used to paying $900 for a system. Not even $1,000 because you're not used to that. You're used to your systems being $200, $300, $500, mostly be $500 is what you want to pay for a system. The problem is you can't get those parts unless you pay more money. And we already know this in PC. That you have, sometimes if you want those high big in parts, you want to pay more high exclusive higher games, you have to pay some money out for it. So we're already used to that already. PC console's not used to that. I mean, the reason why is because it wasn't designed that way. Console was made to be an easy machine, very affordable, really good games and graphics that you can play, enjoyable, without costing you a lot of money, very little maintenance and all that in the day. But now you've hit this era right here now. It's like people want to be PC, but they don't want to be PC. Kind of that era right there. That's what you're dealing with now. That is your freaking nightmare at the end of the day. This is for PlayStation and Xbox. Console, that is your nightmare right there waiting for you. And the thing about it is, in order for those companies to keep up with that, they're going to have to charge you a lot of money. And if they charge you a lot of money, this may turn you off. On top of that, at the end of the day, for people that are console gamers, they might just buy that thing and go, wow, look at this, man, because it doesn't have all the crazy stuff like that. You don't have to build your machine. If you do buy from any other place, I don't like to buy a machine or gaming machines because either one or the other. It's like you get a good graphic card, you get poor CPU, you get good CPU, you get poor RAM. It's like one or the other. You never get everything basically the way you want it. They'll give you like freaking like a good graphic card. They'll give you 500 gigabytes. What the freak am I gonna do with 500 gigabytes, 500 terabytes on a freaking I'm sorry, not 5 gigabytes. My bad. 500 gigabytes. You can't do anything with 500 gigabytes. You'll eat through that in no time at all. Especially with the games they had today, and especially where that thing is running. That's not gonna work. So again, you have to go through this whole, you get maybe something good here, you get something bad. It's a swap back here, back, and here, and forth. Yeah, I'd rather not even. And then you're getting a liquid cooling system on. You can't customize it the way you want to. Nah, it ain't even worth it. Half that stuff they have on it mostly it's just glitter. That's pretty much it. Unless you go spend money for maybe like a $5,000, $6,000 PC, then you're getting all the parts. Other than that, you don't get those parts. So, somebody I saw got a PC that they do streaming and they got 16 gigabytes on it. You can't do that at 16 gigabytes. It's going to be higher than that. You got to be at either 64 or 128. You could do maybe at 32, but I'd be safe at maybe 64. Yeah, but that thing right there, oh my goodness, man, that thing's going to, yeah, you're done. So bottom line is, what I mean by, unless you're going to spend $1,000, because you already seen that system that they bought out roughly almost tilts into like the $900 mark with the PlayStation 5. So the new system coming out, it can't be cheaper than, people say, oh, it's going to be cheaper. How's it going to be cheaper? How's that even going to work? That doesn't even make any sense. It's going to be more expensive. So it's going to cost you about $1,000. What they should have did was that PS5. It was a big mistake they made. Bringing out the Pro was a dumb mistake, and I'll tell you why. And I see it now. I see what mistake they made. If they kept the PS5 where it's at right now, all right, y'all got the PS5 that stays where it's at, all right. with the price of being at $400 to $500. And then later on, they bring out the PS6, and the PS6 has the stuff that the Pro has on it, but a little bit more, just a little bit more on it, roughly coming in at $800 to $900, or 800 or 900, whatever. Still, it would have been able to be somewhat next to this thing, not close, but still next to it. It would give you a fighting chance at a point, because even though it's expensive, you would have paid it anyway because you're paying it now. But now they got to bring something out that's better than the PS5, the PS Pro, which is already $800 to $900. Which whatever they bring out, it's going to be close to $1,000 or more. Because they got to put parts. If it costs $800 to $900 for that machine, and that machine's more powerful than the Pro, how much? It means they'll have to upgrade it better than the Pro to compete with that, which means that machine's going to tilt over that. It can't be under that. It'll be over it. You're talking about $1,000 console system, maybe. Compared to that thing costing $800 and could wipe the floor with the Pro, the PS5, and probably a new system coming out. Yeah. And then on top of that, they got your titles. Because that's the one thing that makes console. Those exclusive titles. Unless they come up with all new exclusive titles and they don't share with them, but they've been giving them titles so far, so who knows? Yeah, man, it looks bleak. So PC just decided to go full circle. I think they saw your systems get more and more powerful, and they said, okay, pretty soon they're going to be reaching us pretty soon. We're going to cut this right off. That is a crazy, it's an amazing marketing strategy. Get to look at the business side of it all. That is a beautiful strategy. I really hate to see console go, but I got all my old consoles from back in the day. I didn't even play them anyway. That's what I play anyway. Man, that is not good. That is not good at all. Not for you guys, it's not good. Even the VRs are way beyond. That VR system is way beyond what your VR can do. And on top of that, consider the fact that if it's PC, that means that it's compatible with the tracking system. Because I have a tracking system on my index. My index has a little tracking where I can move and dance and whatever. I guarantee that tracking system is compatible with it. Oh! And then you can run it on keyboard and mouse. You can run all the peripherals that we run off our stuff at the end of the day. Because it's going to be compatible with all the computer hardware, of course. It's a built-in, fully running PC. When's the last time you can hook up your PlayStation or Xbox One to your PC and run software and programs off of it? Oh my goodness, that means the modding applications is going to be insane. Yeah. It's going to be crazy. Man, I never started seeing this thing coming. This is crazy. I want that controller though. Well, that's what it comes down to consoles. It's the battle of the console wars. It's been going on for decades. It has been. We got new DLCs. I haven't played this game yet. So you got to go and you got to check out in the sales. The sales they have in Steam are freaking mind-blowing. They have sales all the time. I can go in and stock up on a ton of games. Where's the Steam Deck they're talking about? Oh, there's another version of this one? That's the one I had. There's a new? There's another version. I didn't even notice. Now they got another one out. That fast. This is the Goose game that I played. The one that looks like Metal Slug. Oh, no, this is something else. What's this? Oh, my goodness. The way they made it flat, that's a floor. We'll be doing our floor pretty soon. We're going to be doing our floor setup pretty soon. Is that right, Taco? Oh, my goodness. Yes, we can play this to the floor. This is right here. Now, on top of that, I'm pretty sure it has the same software in here if it has Steam. Steam has points. So the more games you buy, you get these points. And you can use those points to buy things in your game, like you can update wallpaper, all that stuff. Even your intro, you can change your intros out. My intros have changed on this. So instead of you having that Sony logo that pop up or the Xbox logo, you can change that to any intro you want. I wonder if the intro on this one changed. I gotta go to big screen mode for that to do my intro. And you got big screen mode. Look at this from so many people saying, "Oh, well, you're stuck on a desk." No, we're not. This is big screen mode. I changed out my intro the way I wanted it. So you can go anywhere, all your games. This is you compatible with your controllers, whatever you want to run. You can use keyboard and mouse if you want to at the same time with that. I'll do it that way. And on the other one, that's on this one. On my other one, I got a different intro on that one. Each one of my accounts got different intros on. I got my pizza girl on this one. Oh, there we go. This is my other PC. Oh, give me a minute. Gotta go turn my whatchamacallit offline for a minute. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's insane. That is. I gotta buy one of those for my friend. She wants to upgrade. I'm gonna get her one of those. All right, over here, talking about the Steam Deck over there. Boom! Let me show you my intro I got on this one. You can change out your intros, anything you want. And the games, when you get those points, you get points for buying stuff. You get a lot of points. So you can use your points for customizing your system. Let me see what I got over here. This one changes over to... Go. No, don't need to get out of here. Let's see. This is my big screen mode for this one. Pizza Girl. Hello, ding dong. Cool, ain't it? Yep. So you get points, you can avatars, anything you want, you can hook it up in here. And there's no programming involved. Very easy to do. These are all update announcements you get on here. All kinds of stuff on here, man. I'm telling you, games on here are freaking insane. Search bar. Oh, they did updates on here. That wasn't there before. Oh, yeah, my other one's on here, too. You get the AB slot, because that's for your controller. Controller. I'm gonna go pick up a PS5 controller. I do like the PS5 controllers, by the way. I'll show you how we're gonna button map it right to our system. Right, your Xbox controllers. We can run those too. I love the Xbox controller. That is real quick. Let's go to exit big mode. There we go. Come out like that. And once you exit, go back to your keyboard and mouse. As for video games, ooh, Dying Light, Beast Mode. Gotta go get that. Well, actually, I got the new system I'm gonna be building out. So yeah, we're gonna pick up a 5060 and set it up. in my cube. So my cube is a little small unit that we're building. It's a small cube. This is actually 12 by 12. It's 12 by 12 all the way around. It's 12 by 12 for top, bottom side. It's all 12 by 12. It's all invisible. You see right through it. Even the bracket systems, everything, all invisible. I found a power switch, invisible, all that. And it's going to have something called a flood wall, which is going to be freaking sick when you see it. It's a liquid wall. Yeah, I'm going to have it on two sides for display. So I'm using a neon liquid coat, kind of liquid so it glows. Like, what in the world? And on top of that, the screen also too, the case is a projection screen. Because it's going to be coated with our technology right there. The same technology you see right here, that's what it's going to look like. So my PC, imagine my PC behind that and the cube, and I'm gaming like that on it. So I'm going to do one side clear and one side ultra jet black. The new black technology we're engineering. I know. Haters are always at the door to my dad. He's always doing something different every single time. I'm back. I'm building it this week. Oh man, they got the sales going on here like $10. What we got going on here? The retro games I got in here. Oh, love it. Anyway, let me get on out of here, people. I gotta be somewhere. I gotta go pick up my screen today. Get a lift, go pop down, pick up my screens. My projector should be here today. We should have a 235.1 set up in here. Boom! With our new gaming paint technology. And I got orders popping today. Thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. And I got to finish working on this PC, get that PC finished, and I'll get that one right there. Because we're definitely doing the Fallout. The Fallout's definitely getting done. I got a 7020 Dell coming in. We're going to be modifying for that with a 280 power supply, 280 liquid cooling system. I might do a 280 from my cube. I'm definitely going to do a 280 for it. Give me liquid cool, like 280 on top of it. Definitely going to do that. It's been super hot, people. Actually super hot. All right, people, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Whatever this thing is today we did, let's get to this chat. And I'm going to head on out the door because I got some business to take care of. Hopefully when we be back on, you can see the 235.1 setup. Hopefully we get our projector. Hopefully we get our projector. It'd be nice to get our projector early. But most likely, hopefully, we'll get it probably late. I don't know. Anyway, it'd be nice to have it. I'm going to go look at when the thing's coming through. It said the 13th, so it should be the day. But I got to go all the way down and pick up my screens from down there. Get my screens, bring them back. And then at least that gives me a chance to code them and set them up. I gotta go there, and then I gotta go to my buddy's place and code them and bring them over here and set them up. Oh, yeah. All right. With that being said, hope you enjoyed. I gotta go. Be safe out there. God bless. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. If it weren't for Him, none of this would be available. You do know, like, I didn't go to school for any of this stuff, right? Like, I didn't go to school for building computers at all. Period. God-given gift. I didn't know anything about computers. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You couldn't tell me the difference between a hard drive and a motherboard. I couldn't have told you at all, period. That's a God-given gift. God blessed me to know all this. I learned all this in a few days. I told you, all the knowledge comes from God. And it never stops. It just keeps advancing. So now we got a new case we're designing. We're building cases now. All right, well, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.